Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. We're going to do a comparison video today with three excellent handguns. Here we have the Glock 23, the SIG P226, and H&K P30. All three of these handguns are mine, so there is no bias in any which way. All three of these guns are excellent, but there are some key differences that we're going to point out, and you can decide which would work best for you. So let's get started. Looking at the price of these guns, the best deal on the table is the Glock 23, right around the mid 500s for a Gen 4. The most expensive gun is the H&K P30. We're looking at over $850. SIG P226, they make various models of this, and therefore the price differentiates, but on average we're looking at around $800. So we can see that these two are far more expensive than the Glock. Are the additional features on these worth it? Well, that's what we're going to explore here, so let's continue. Looking at the feel and the ergonomics of the gun, let me just say that the HK P30 dominates this field. It just feels outstanding in the hand, and one of the reasons is not only does it have interchangeable back straps, but interchangeable grip panels as well, and it really makes a difference. It just has such a great grip to it. You just feel like you're shaking somebody's hand as you grip this gun. The P226, not bad. It's very well balanced. It's the only out of the three that is an all metal gun, so it's a bit heavier, but it works. It feels well, not very aggressive texturing. The Glock made some good moves with the Gen 4 with the interchangeable back straps and very aggressive texturing here, and of course does have the finger groups. Does it feel better than the Gen 3? You know, similar, more aggressive, but not bad either. I would rate the feel and the ergonomics in that order in my preference. The magazines have been removed and all three of these guns are unloaded. One of the key differences between these three models in particular are the trigger pulls. They are all very different. Let's start with the simplest, which is the Glock. It is a striker fire double action only trigger pull, and we have 5.5 pounds, very short reset, follow-up shots are nice. I do like the Glock trigger. H&K also makes striker fire guns. However, this one is a variant 3, which is a double action into a single action firing system. Does it work? Absolutely, and I don't know another gun that can do quicker or offer quicker follow-up shots, double taps, so forth than H&K. Just really quick action. The SIG is a bit different. Now the SIG also makes striker fire and double single action fired guns as well. However, this one's a DAK, double action Kellerman. I did make a video on this. I'm going to attach a card right now if you want to know more about it. However, it is a hammer fired gun that the longer pulls 6.5 pounds, and it does offer 2 resets. All of them are very, very different. I do enjoy the consistency of the Glock with the 5.5 pound trigger pull. I do enjoy the other ones, but I have to say, as far as the consistency, definitely Glock. As far as double taps, I'm choosing the H&K. Some of the best sights on the market today are SIG Light night sights, and this model here does have that. In the dark, they glow very bright. They last a long time, and they're just quality night sights made right from SIG. So I have to say, right off the bat, these SIG Light night sights are the best on the table. Secondly, is the H&K. These have luminescent sights. These are not night sights, but they do jump out at you a little bit. They are 3-dot, and they do work well in low light conditions. It's almost like a glow-in-the-dark kind of thing that does work well. Now, of course, you can get night sights on any of these. Not to say that you can't. All sights, these sights can be changed out, and in many cases they are, especially with the Glock. Now, this would come in number 3 out of 3 with this sight system. People are familiar with this. People change these out all the time. But as far as the sights on the table go, definitely the SIG Light night sights. They just work. I have those on both of my SIGs and really do like them a lot. The magazines are all quality made. You hardly ever hear anybody complain about a magazine made by SIG, HK, Glock. It just doesn't happen. They're all quality made. They're made to function reliably. The SIG here doesn't offer much of a base plate here. Some of the newer models do. This one's a little bit older. Offers 12 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. And here we have the H&K has 13. And the Glock, the polymer encased metal magazine, holds 13 as well. So we're going to pop one out of the 13. So all three have 12. And then throw it on a scale, see what the weight differences are. Let's start with the heaviest, which is the P226. all metal frame gun with 12 rounds, weighing in at 40 and 1/8 ounce. Next, we'll look at the P30. Once again, 12 rounds, weighing in at 35 and 3/8 ounces. And here we have the Glock 23, 12 rounds, weighing in at 30 and 3/4 ounces. One of the things I enjoyed most with shooting these guns side by side is noticing the differences at the range. You're able to pick up things that you may not have otherwise caught if you don't shoot them side by side. And I noticed one thing in particular, is that the H&K P30 is just an outstanding gun, especially when you shoot them side by side. Now, all three of these are quality, no doubt about it, but when I shoot that H&K P30, it just feels a little extra special. The 226, no problem. Very, very accurate. I think if this were a double single, it would measure up a little better. In this case, definitely the P30. The Glock, I had a couple hiccups. I made a video about it. A little frustrating, but overall, it's good. It's a little rougher than these, and the price difference reflects that. So, once again, you're going to have to decide what works best for you. I know there are a lot of guys out there that says, I don't shoot anything better than my Glocks. And if that's you, then go for it, by all means. But I highly recommend that you check out one of these other guns. I know they're more expensive, but you know what? That experience will teach you a little bit better and more detailed of some of the differences at the range that you may enjoy as well. These three guns are very, very good. They're quality, and I'm honored to own all three of them. If I had to choose one for carry, I would take the lighter Glock 23. However, if I had to choose one just to hold on to, I feel confident and just love, I'm taking the H&K P30, followed by the 226, and then the Glock 23. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.